awesomeness, epicness, come nowest. Oh, 1 minute, Fox. Right? So, day and night with Fox, and until I can find a red sweatshirt or something like that, I think wearing my blue Chica shirt, my blue Chica sweater works well. But in any case, this is my review outfit. But in any case, this is the newest episode of Starwars: The Forces of Evil. The episode being
Butterfly Trap
and
Ludo, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, I forgot to look at the titles. But in any case, new episodes. Which one? Let me grab my phone. I like a zoo. I like a mind. There we are. But this is their newest episode of Starwars: The Forces of Evil, where when the show gets good, it gets good. And that is what this is. And I'm so happy for this. Because again, last episode, if you didn't see my theory video that I did last week, I called this sucker a mile a goddamn way. And also does mean in the fact that you don't have to be royal blood or whatever to use a wand and or have magic skills, which also then means that Marco's magic and or whatnot is actually probably not connected to Star at all. So yeah. But in any case, first it's the trial of Eclipsa, which is the worst goddamn trial ever. Because basically one, they straight up just say in the end, death sentence! We want to give her death sentence! One of them does at least. The deer guy's in it. I hate him. Heckaboo's there, which is awesome. And also almost gets into a cat fight with Star. There is a good line where it's, trials are exciting! Depends on which side of the trial you're on, but sure. But, basically what Moon decided to do for a trial is bring in all of the evidence against Eclipsa and not sift through it at all, not organize it, not anything like that. Just like, okay, here's everything that has the word Eclipsa in it. Boom! Now we gotta start organizing all of this. And it's just like, you probably could have organized all of that before the trial, like an actual trial does. Like, who the fudge goes and, like, let's say it's tax evasion or something like that. Oh, that's exciting. But let's say, okay, a criminal record, and like they have a criminal record of someone, and they gotta look through his history. They're not gonna go through in this school, all the way when he was a kid, he did this, and though it has nothing pertaining to this stuff. Or this stuff. They organize what they need for the trial. You don't go for why she brushed her teeth in the past. No, you organize it for what you need by the trial and what you need, for your case. But this doesn't. It's just like, no. And then Eclipsa just goes, you know what? I want trial by box. And it's like, by boxing? Or the box. What the fuck is it saying? The box is ruthless and all this stuff. In my mind, never mind. But yeah, I was like, I'm like, okay, this is kind of, and I think I really do prefer Eclipsa in her actual attire, which FYI, me looking over, I don't know, maybe it's just me dawning right now, I really, really do love Star versus character designs. Each one stands out. Even Eclipsa, who's mostly dark colored and stuff, it really still stands out among everything else, and I really do like all that. I really do. I love good character design. But yeah, they say that she's going to be trial by box. And of course, it's the truth or dare thing that Star says, oh yeah, we played that in a party game. Moon's like, you're not supposed to do that. This is bad. This is used against criminals. Quote unquote criminals. But yeah, so the truth or punishment, yeah. But basically, you go through a little bit of a trial where each of the High Council is able to ask a question to Eclipsa, one each, and that also comes up with a hologram of what they're doing. Say, Eclipsa, did you write the evil spell book? And Eclipsa goes, well, yeah, but I don't see it as evil, or I didn't say it was evil, or something like that. And she even opens up the book and flips through some pages, when I'm just thinking, okay, she just read something. She literally just read she literally just went through her own book and read a spell. And she's, oh yeah, that could definitely help me. Book closes, disappears. Another one shows that like Eclipsa with her first husband, and she's just like, yeah, no, and she falls in love, of course, with the demon, and like she like, oh hi, sweetie, and it's like actually kind of cute. I'm like, oh, okay. See, now this feels more, because again, like last episode, some people literally said F you because of it. I'm pretty sure at least they just said F you, which I assumed was that. But in that last episode, like I said, it felt more along the lines of they're trying to force me to kind of like Eclipse, like, oh look, she's just like Star. Eclipse is just like Star. But then in the end, it's like, because it felt like, okay, she just feels like a copy and paste Star with a different skin almost. But now, no, you like at least showing something like that where she's like, oh hi sweetie, like something like that shows like she has at least more character depth than just, oh, she's Star, just, you know, different clothes. Like that at least feels a little bit more natural and more feeling like a character that I kind of want to like, other than it just being, oh, isn't she quirky? It's just like, no, stupid. But yeah, so yeah, but then all of them ask a question, but Hekifu's right now straight up like evil. So I was like, wait, what the fuck? She's saying everything that's not evil. And then, she's evil because she falls in love with a monster and because she wrote a book that everyone else says is evil, but really isn't evil. Because I think she even said that, like, a lot of evil spells didn't make it into the book. Or did she say it was, I can't remember. But basically, yeah. But then it turns out that because Eclipse is still technically the queen, she's still technically part of the High Council. So she basically says, now I'm going to ask all of you questions. What did you do with my daughter? And they say, nothing. Box says, oh, you're all fucking liars. Traps them in a box, slowly is about to crush them until Romulus basically says, okay. We kind of, the king didn't want anything to do with a half demon child, so we threw her wherever, and we gave the wand to a commoner girl, and so that's your blood heritage. So in other words, Moon and Star are technically not royal blood. But again, flip note of that, royal blood, unless there is something extremely, like, you know, oh, this or whatever, like the best way I could probably quote unquote describe it is something like Final Fantasy 15, where it's like, okay, only the guy with the king's blood can wear the ring that can freaking control the crystal that can destroy everything. Something kind of like that, and even then, you can still have some other monarch rule, and that guy could be a knight. But yeah, like, it's along the lines of like, okay, yeah, that you don't have to be royal, or maybe the whole message also could be that, like, you know, you don't have to be royal blood to be a princess, or royalty, which makes sense. Because again, but yeah, so that happens, and like, what is it? Now, they say like, okay, yeah, we threw her away, we gave it to a commoner girl, so Star and Moon aren't royalty. And what is it? Romulus or all the High Council goes saying, like, imagine if a monster got magical powers. And all I'm thinking is, you all are fucking monsters. Romulus with his snake hands is basically a chimera. Goat guy was a chimera, definitely. Freaking Cosmic Galacticus man is a freaking skeletal monster. Freaking Skeletor ascending into godhood. Hecapu's a demon. What is it? What the fudge is, Glossoric's a freaking genie. You're all goddamn monsters. Heck, Moon and Star are freaking bug people. They're all monsters. Heck, humanity's a monster in some cases. Freaking blow up half the planet, blow up pieces of the planet with freaking nukes and crap like that. And then, like, we hold the guns at each other like, don't you dare cross my border. So, yeah. Humanity's a monster. Everyone's a monster. Stop making that your excuse. Oh, crap, my phone just died. Crap. But yeah, so in monsters, but then, like, it turns out that actually, this was actually a double cross against the High Council from Moon, Eclipse, and Star. They actually planned this. And I will give it credit also, and I'm giving credit to the writers, so give them a round of applause on this. because they did something that I thought was going to be a cliche, and I thought it was going to be bad. They're probably saving it for a little bit later, but good on them for holding out on this. And it's, when Star finds out that she isn't royalty, quote unquote, isn't royalty, she, even like Moon says, you're still a princess, Star. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm just some girl, common girl. And I was like, okay, cool. But like Star basically uses her wand, points at Eclipsa, and I'm just thinking, oh, is she going to give Eclipsa the wand? Because that's bad. Because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Eclipsa wants, because Eclipsa has stated before that she can't use magic without the wand, and that's probably what's going to enact her thing, because I'm still assuming she's going to be the bad guy. She's still going to be the bad guy. Or maybe heinous, I don't know. But yeah, she's still going to be the bad guy. But instead, she uses the wand, unlocks Eclipse's shackles, and Star runs out with the wand. I'm like, okay, you feel guilty about you not being a princess and, you know, locking her up and basically erasing the Eclipse's family history. But on the flip note of that, you're not sorry enough to give over the wand. Again, credit where credit is due, that Star is smart enough to recognize not giving the wand to Eclipsa is a good idea. Not giving the wand to Eclipsa is a good idea, because we still technically don't know what her plan is or what's happening. And again, I'm still going with the debate that she's gonna summon demons. But yeah, so like good on Star for not effing that up. And basically that's where that episode ends, and it's like, oh, it's so sad. And yeah, it is kind of, it felt more sad that like Star goes, but that means you're not my great-great-grandma. Like that's, I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But then also your personalities are almost so alike that it's very coincidental that you both act so similar. But yeah, but that is, again, it's kind of cool, and like again, it's supposed to feel like, you know, you don't need to be, again, from the point of view, you don't need to be royalty. You don't need to have royal blood to be royal or whatever, I guess. I don't freaking know. But yeah, so get on that. I actually like this episode. And the next episode, I freaking adored and loved so much more. Basically, you start off with a guy delivering mail to the deadly forest. Delivers it to Ludo's parents. They say everything is junk, including a box that says Ludo. But Dennis, one of my newest favorite characters, and I hope he becomes a bad guy, because he's a guy who I think could fill the place for Toffee. And I really do mean that. I feel like Dennis could be the next Toffee, and that would be so epic. But basically Dennis is apparently trying to find his brother using the scissors that he found, using the scissors he got to you basically use the spell that Heinous used to track down Marco to Earth. But when he puts the scissors into like the little thing, it changes different colors, and then boom, he gets, oh, I'm sorry, in the box, he found a bunch of Ludo crap, and then he found Ludo's dimensional scissors. But of course, he's trying to find out where Ludo is, but it keeps showing different colors, and it's because Ludo is in between dimensions or space or whatever. So he can't, track him down, so he can, find him. And also he has Spider and Bird in the closet, and he just goes, guys, you gotta get back in the closet. I'm just like, Dennis, that's a little, a little insensitive. No, I'm kidding. But basically Spider goes, which I'm looking at Spider now after playing D&D so much, I'm just thinking, hey, look, it's Charlotte. Oh, God. Go watch my D&D stuff. I know it's probably a little bit slow in the beginning, and I apologize, but if you like D&D, please check out that stuff. But yeah, so D&D, or Star Versus. But yeah, so Ludo, but basically Spider tells him to use the dimensional scissors, and basically Dennis goes through, they go through a montage where Dennis opens a portal, Spider jumps in, jumps out, not Ludo there. Keeps doing that for multiple times. And all I could think of through that was, okay, how many more portals does Dennis need? Because he makes a lot. How many more portals does Dennis need before, the alarm on the scissors or something sets off that sends Hekapu to be like, hey, those aren't your scissors. I don't know. I felt like that should have happened a little bit quicker. But who cares? Maybe Marco is really bad with them. But but Spider eventually finds Ludo. Spider goes through, Dennis goes through, and Dennis goes like, Bird, you want to come? And Bird's just like, it's like, okay. Goes in, turns out Ludo built his family, or his parents' new home, the cruddy shack, out of garbage, and is basically Stewie Griffin if he had his own, place to live and went more insane. Which I really do like when Dennis pops up. Dennis comes up and is like, Ludo! Or Ludo sees him like, oh, Dennis, last time I saw you, you were this tall. Now you're exactly my height. Dennis, of course, is freaking tall. And Ludo's like 2 feet. But Dennis basically says that he needs to bring Ludo back. Ludo says, what do you mean? I'm already home. And has his parents made of junk. And also, forgot to mention, his parents say Ludo is garbage, a freeloader, and is terrible. And like, they kind of push Dennis around, and Dennis really hates it, of course. And basically, Dennis keeps telling Ludo, we have to come home. I'm here to bring you home. And Ludo's like, no, I am home. And basically, there's a whole kind of crazy thing with like the garbage parents everywhere. Ludo says, we're playing a game of charades, and like stuff like that with garbage people. And he basically seems like he's going insane. But of course, Danny goes, they're not real. But somehow, a bunch of garbage parents started appearing everywhere. And I thought, oh crap, is the twist that these things are actually alive? I don't think that's the case. But basically, Dennis has to face his parents as the voices start coming out that sound like his parents, and starts beating the crap out of all of them. At one point, it's like a basketball dad and his mom's a hoop. And he goes, I hate yeah, or something like that, jumps up and dunks it so hard it busts the glass. Ludo basically says, wow, you stood up to them. Or no, was it like, his parents basically said, or these junk parents basically said that Ludo's garbage, he's this, and Dennis jumps up and goes, no, my big brother's my hero! It smashes it. I'm like, fudge, yes, that's the kind of feels I love. I always love brotherly love and bonding. I freaking love that stuff. There's a reason why Gurren Lagann's my favorite anime. So, yeah, like, looking at that, I'm just like, fudge, yeah. Like, I freaking love that stuff. And Ludo even seems like he's touched. He even says he loves Dennis, even though it's hard for him to say love. And there's also, like, the whole, like, thing you can kind of tell, like, even though Ludo himself kind of hates his family, at least how I saw it, he still wanted their approval. He still wants to be with them, even though they treat him like garbage. And he kind of did all this to kind of impress them. Like, that is some, like, deep character stuff. That isn't really, like, told to you. It's not told to you. You have to infer that. You have to think about that. And I like that. I like that a lot. It's over, and like Star versus the first season had a very similar thing with Star and her parents, or her mother, which I feel like what they did was take what Moon was supposed to be and put that onto Ludo's parents. I feel like that's what they did. Because how Ludo's parents feel, though mind you, not as bad like how Ludo's parents are, but I thought Moon was supposed to act in a similar fashion. But instead of hating Star for, things she did, hate Star for not hate Star, but like say like you're supposed to be this princess and stuff like that, Stacey sends her to a place where it would suck out Star's personality, or it threatened to send her there. It's that kind of thing where it's like, okay, that's not a good parent. That's a parent who wants to take out everything, like, to make her, basically, a rubber stamp of a princess. That's exactly like every other one. Why would you do that if you were a parent like Moon, who says, I care about you? And, like, that, it's like, not saying, like, that isn't a form of caring, but still, that is still how I would envision Moon to act, and would be a perfect mirror of, like, kind of the ultra differences between the two parents. But in the end, that's not how it went. And I'm like this did it a lot better than Starwars Season 1 did with Star and her mom, I feel that's how it actually did that a way better. And I do, applaud it for doing that. Because, again, that's more looking into that stuff. Like, even though, again, Starwars had some little bits like that in the first season. With, like, you know, a picture of Star drawing a picture of her with Moon as a snake wrapped around her, choking her. Like, there is symbolism behind that. But then again, on the flip note of that is symbolism that literally Marco says, there's so much symbolism and meaning behind this. And it's like, oh, good for you, Marco. You're freaking pointing out what should be just this, like, maybe, like, Marco would look at, this, oh, boy. Like, something like that, at least. But, like, there's a lot of symbolism. And it's like, no shit. But yeah, I like that bit, again, with Dennis. And then basically in the end, Ludo says, you don't need me for you to go on an adventure, Dennis. Go find your own adventure. Go find your own purpose. And Dennis is like, yeah, all right. And like says like that Dennis is stronger than his parents and all this stuff. That he can basically go do whatever he wants. And like, yeah, all right. Dennis leaves. Ludo then walks into his back closet because he says he has something to do. And also he had a bunch of like bugs in his beard for Spider. But like he opens his back closet and there's like a Star and Marco junk made versions of them. And Ludo's like, hello, Star. Hello, Marco. End of episode. And again, this is probably one of my top favorite episodes of Starburst now. Mind you, again, Running with Scissors, probably still one of my favorites. Most of the things, if Hekaboo is kind of awesome in it, I kind of really like. But again, like the High Council one where they first introduced her in the High Council, I didn't even recognize that was the same chick from, or the same girl from Running with Scissors, because like that episode left no impression on me whatsoever to care about any of those characters. But Dennis, I want him to become the next villain. I don't want him to become a good guy. I want him to become the next villain. Maybe he starts working with Eclipsa, and he becomes the next Toffee, like you see him in a suit or whatever. I feel like Dennis could make that. And honestly, Dennis is a pretty cool character. Like, if he took the place of Ludo, if Ludo would have just straight up said that, like, I'm done with the whole evil villainy thing, or something along those lines, or maybe Ludo becomes kind of like Dennis's advisor on how to be evil, kind of. Like, I kind of would have liked that more, as Dennis is the main bad guy a little bit. I kind of would have liked that a little bit more. I don't know. Dennis felt like a cooler character, and I really did like that. And, like, again, I like the whole bit where he says straight up that Ludo is his inspiration. That's his brother. That's his hero. That is his hero. And I'm like, that's so kind of cool. God dang it. But yeah, I love that stuff. It's beautiful. And again, the whole thing with, like, Ludo choosing to build a family home and choosing to have, like, basically the fake versions of his parents still who give him love and stuff. That's so sad, but also works so well with this. And I love that. And again, you can infer everything about that. Like, he does this. Well, he said it before, he does it for his parents, but like this shows that like he really does mean that. He wants their approval. He wants them to love him. And I like that. That's cool. That is good writing. That is good writing that the last episode I really kind of didn't care for. It just both last episodes, like again, like I kind of hope there was gonna be kind of some more family thing between River and Star, but in the end, it probably more or less just set up the whole thing that like this is kind of where River came from, and that's about it. And then a similar thing with and like that's like the whole thing with Glossaric and the High Council when they first see it. It's like it's kind of a filler episode, but it really is just setting up for the High Council to be like, okay, these guys are here. And it's like, I couldn't care less in that episode until Hekaboo popped up. And then like, oh crap, Hecamo's awesome. And then they started showing all the other ones like, okay, these guys are kind of cool too. Yeah, like that's better. This is better, right? These two felt like, okay, everything that was leading up is leading into this. And I get it. Have a story that sets up something that way you can bring it up later on. I get it. It's, hey, there's a sword on the wall. I wonder if the guy's going to use that later. Something like that. Or Game of Thrones, Valyrian steel. This is a Valyrian steel dagger. This is a Valyrian steel sword. This is a Valyrian steel family heirloom. It's just like, oh, I wonder if that's going to use to killing ice demons when they pop up. Ice zombies when they start popping up. Stuff like that. But yeah, the episode was great. I loved it. This is really good storytelling in this one. Very good that you have to look deeper into, that has deeper meaning to some things for some of the characters. And I really do like this. And again, like, you can assume, like, maybe, and maybe I am giving too much credit, but maybe, like, you know, Star, like, not giving the wand to Eclipsa, it shows that, like, she in some way still doesn't trust Eclipsa. Who knows, but some of you guys in the comments below, thanks for watching the videos that I've done. Links are on my face, scripted around there somewhere. These were good episodes. These were awesome episodes. I really love the writing in this. It's great, and I freaking called it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please check out my videos. And, well, I call that, you know, Stars and Roses. But thanks for watching. Check out my videos, and we will see you later. The score is 2-100. Oh, Jesus.